Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for September 4th, 2024. Hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. I had Monday off, so the week's flying by for me, but how has it been for you, Kevin?
I did not have Monday off, so the week has been still flying by for me because I had to go to work. But week's been good, kind of hectic today at work, but that's okay. Yeah, one day it's good, one day it's bad. As long as it gets you to the weekend, that's all that matters.
Hey, can't have every day being fantastic. But we got our first comment from our good friend Nadia.
Hi,
fantastic
Nadia.
YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed already, Yoka,
Yoka.
sup? Hope you're doing fantastic today.
I have a lot of mosquito bites on me.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What? Are you okay?
I mean, they're itchy, but it's okay.
Yeah, close your windows, bud.
They are closed. It's when I was outside with my Crocs.
Oh, so that's why can't wear Crocs.
Nope.
But hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these stories. We'll talk about those today. Up first, Inside Out 2 has officially beaten The Lion King to become the highest grossing animated movie ever.
Nice.
Very surprising, obviously, for a sequel, but I think it's a movie that just appealed to everyone at the right time in the right place.
Well, and it deals with emotions that both adults and sometimes kids deal with on a daily basis. So I have not checked it out yet. I'm waiting for it to be on Disney Plus, but I will be checking out as soon as it's available because I've heard a lot of good things about it.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Kevin is contributing solely to the death of movie theaters because he refuses to go and see them in theaters.
I didn't refuse. Didn't have time. There's a difference. Next up, Beetlejuice reactions reviews are positive. It positively looks a little weird, but we'll go with that.
Currently on Metacritic, it has a 62, which is pretty
That's not bad.
average, considering that's the average of kind of scores and everything. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 78, so it is holding right around there towards the middle. A lot of the reviews and kind of things I've been seeing, first reactions have been good. So
that's good. Good for movies in general. I don't know if I'll be going to see it because it just doesn't appeal to me, but you never know.
Of course. Got a couple things here. Matt Walls, hello.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, sir.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Our good friend Joey, adjusted for inflation. No, is referring to The Lion King, which is the 2019 one. The live action one, which I guess is considered animation now because there's no live action people in it. So, alrighty. Next up story, another thing for first reactions reviews. The first reviews are in for Joker, Folie à Deux, the second Joker film, and they're very mixed. Right now on Metacritic, it has a 54, which is very down the middle. Let me check Rotten Tomatoes real quick. Rotten Tomatoes Joker has I hate when websites do this thing where they block you from having ad blockers. It's like I don't want to see ads when I go on your site. Joker currently has on Rotten Tomatoes a 60%. So
but
43 reviews.
But maybe they're not into musicals, or they didn't see it that way. They see Joker as like the first Joker, and then this one just kind of like a 180 on them, and they weren't expecting it or didn't know how they reacted to it.
Yeah, and I think I haven't read a lot of the reviews. Kind of the general consensus needs to be even the people who didn't like the movie appreciated that this one kind of felt like it was trying to be its own thing, whereas the first one definitely feels like it is kind of a version of the King of Comedy and other films before it, as opposed to being its own thing. And a lot of people are respecting the chances that this one is taking, while not maybe necessarily liking the chances.
Gotcha. So. Okay. All right. Well, next up, Jurassic World Rebirth is the name of the fourth film and releases in theaters July 2025. I'm down for dinosaurs. Give it to me. I'm okay.
I'm down for dinosaurs. It's got Scarlett Johansson in it, and it's got Mahershala Ali in it. So I am super down for this movie. And it's being directed by Gareth Edwards, who I think is a very underrated director. Did the Creator last year.
Oh, yeah.
And then also Godzilla 2014. And Rogue One. So the guy is a very good director, actually.
Nice.
Next up, kind of some actually really cool news to help the franchise along. China's box office haul for Alien Romulus is bigger than the US's.
That's
kind of crazy.
That's awesome.
Awesome that it's having a lot of success overseas. The film has made about $90 million here in the US and 190 overseas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's like every once in a while you do need a movie like this that comes out and kind of makes its money internationally, which is great. I mean, everyone here who's seen the movie really likes it, and I think that everyone who's overseas is really enjoying it too. So I think we're in the kind of a new beginning for the Alien franchise. Hopefully we get some more good content. The TV show looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. So
yeah,
can't really argue with that.
I think it's going to be a lot of streaming as well when it goes onto a platform.
When that hits Hulu and Disney Plus, that is going to be
that's going to be number top 10 movies that always shows up on the thing.
There you go.
Yeah. Next up, Anya Taylor-Joy says playing a live-action Elsa from Frozen is a dream role. He's shaking his head.
I'm nodding. Yes, please do it. She's a beautiful actress. Let her do that role, please. I mean, we don't need a live action Frozen. Don't make it. But if you're going to put her in the lead role, 100%. It doesn't even matter if she can't sing. I think she's a fantastic actress. She's probably the best part of the Super Mario Brother movie, and she's been doing a lot of good.
I forgot she would voice that. Sorry.
Yeah, she was Peach. Next up, Knives Out 3's budget is apparently 5 times bigger than the first Knives Out movie, which is kind of crazy. Hopefully that means we get some more bombastic stuff that happens in this movie. And hopefully a bigger cast as well.
But is it 5 times better?
Probably not, but we'll see. We will. 5 times better is mathematically impossible on a movie review scale. But appreciate the joke there.
Yeah, next one up, Smile 2 is 15 minutes longer than the original, just goes over 2 hours. So I like to point out it's probably going to be less than 2 hours because credits are like 15 minutes long usually. So that's where I'm putting that. Yep. They should have a website where it's like, this is actually how long the movie is, like, and exclude the trailers.
This doesn't include trailers. This is literally the entire film from first studio credit to the end of the end credits. And I would think usually you can shave off about 10 minutes. Yeah. Like 8 to 10 minutes for credits, depending on how big your production is.
Okay.
But if it's a good story, give it as much time as it needs. Let it cook. Next up, talking about some Oscar potential news here. The Apprentice, which is an upcoming biopic about Donald Trump, will be releasing on October 11th. For those of you who don't know, Sebastian Stan, who is the Winter Soldier from the MCU, will be portraying the Orange Man himself. Then, for those of you thinking that this is going to be a positive portrayal of the character, it is not. It is about shady business dealings back in the day. It has nothing to do with the presidentship or anything. Literally about him when he was a younger gentleman, I guess. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hopefully, this sounds like it's getting some Oscar buzz for performance for Sebastian Stan, and then obviously, I feel like a lot of biopic type stuff like this does get picked up. It kind of seems to be a favorite for the Academy right now, but we don't have a trailer or anything yet, so it's a little bit hard to tell.
And that's crazy how we don't have a trailer and it comes out like next month.
Yeah. There's a crazy story about this movie too, that there was an investor who actually paid to distribute this movie, put millions of dollars into it because he was assuming that it was going to be somewhat positive about Donald Trump. And then when he found out the movie wasn't, he pulled out and another company bought his stake, and they're the ones that are going to be distributing it instead.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah. Interesting story. But speaking of things that
Can't get enough about is Speak No Evil, which you see before every movie in the movie theaters right now, is getting positive first reactions from theater goers. But god damn, am I tired of that trailer.
Yeah, we're tired of the trailer for sure, but it's getting really decent positive reactions, and I think that
you said that it was the lead actor's like best role or most cynical role that you've heard, correct?
No, I haven't heard anything about that. I just know James McAvoy is a very respected actor, and a lot of people are praising him specifically in this movie.
Yeah.
So actually, I would, to be honest, I was looking forward to this movie, and then obviously it got overkilled with trailers. But the positive reactions that I've been seeing, I'm definitely kind of back on board. I am kind of, I'm gonna go see it regardless.
Okay.
But I'll let you know.
Okay.
It'd be really fun if I see a trailer for it in front of
the That's marketing.
Yeah. Next up, Angelina Jolie's new film Maria has gotten a 10-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival, which is currently going on right now, and is making Oscar predictions soar. She's kind of soaring to the top of the kind of Best Actress shortlists and predictions because of this, which is really cool. This is the same director that did Spencer, and there's the which is about Princess Diana with Kristen Stewart, which is a good film.
I know about that one. Yeah.
And then there was another one that was about John F. Kennedy's wife, starring Natalie Portman, which was also supposed to be very good. So getting a lot of buzz here, and which is cool. I mean, she definitely needs to get some better roles. I feel like she's been very hit or miss, especially after the pandemic. So hey, I'm not going to argue with that.
No. A new study reveals TikTok helps bring users to movie theaters. A recent TikTok story via The Hollywood Reporter discovered that 44% of users are more likely to head to the movie theaters than non-users. Moreover, moreover, 33% actually credit the app for why they're movie theater goers. Good, awesome. 47% even learn about new movies through TikTok, leading to 42% of the users looking up showtimes and 36% purchasing tickets, and that is okay.
Honestly, I'm very surprised, and I think that from what I'm understanding from this, Kevin, we are going to be ditching YouTube and doing TikTok exclusively. No,
I don't even know how to use it.
Neither do I. But this is actually really cool because I've been for a very long time saying that TikTok is leading to the death of movies and movie theaters because the average attention span of the audience is lessening and lessening, right? If you there's someone in this chat who I don't mean to offend with this, and I'm not targeting them, but like anyone who's like, oh, it has to be like under 90 minutes or I'm not seeing. Like I know several people who are that way. And it's like, really? Like, let the movie tell its story. It's not a 30-second TikTok clip. That's what I was really worried about. But this is now showing the opposite, is that people are getting, they're going to the theater more because of TikTok. They are actually finding out about movies, and they are, going to look up showtimes and tickets and everything. That's really cool. So I will stand here corrected.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Instagram or Facebook doesn't do this more often. Put little ads in there, because I always get ads for stuff that I look up like 2 seconds before I go on Instagram. Why not put like movie ads in there? Because then a lot more people will see it, be like, let's go check this out. So and I'm surprised that
fair, we don't really use TikTok.
No.
So we don't know how much movie ads or anything are on there. So if anyone there uses TikTok, let us know. All right, next up here, Ian McKellen says to hurry up and call him if the filmmakers want him back in any Lord of the Rings projects, specifically referring to the upcoming Lord of the Rings film focused on Gollum, which the actor portraying Gollum is directing, which is really cool. Makes sense. He's very old.
May I ask, who is Ian McKellen?
Ian McKellen played Gandalf.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. So the old wizard. So,
the old man.
Yeah, he's not getting any younger. So give him a call if you need him in the movie.
That would be cool. And last up, Alan Wake and Control video games get TV and movie adaptations. I don't know what Control video is. What is that?
So Alan Wake is the...
I know Alan Wake.
And then Control is a video game by the same developer.
Oh, okay. I put those two together. Never mind. All right.
Yeah, Alan Wake definitely more of like a horror thriller aspects, like some supernatural stuff. Control definitely more of like a sci-fi supernatural story, and they're in the same universe. So I think it's really cool if they actually end up going forward with these, because the actors that portray them in the show are real actors and they look like their characters. So
nice.
Put them in the show.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Alan Wake. I have not seen anything about Control yet. So,
My cousin, who I live with, loves Control and always tells me to play it.
oh, nice.
Yeah, third-person shooter type game. So
Nice.
But that is it for the news stories this week. Let's go ahead and dive into these comment sections.
Yeah, we have a lot here.
It's alrighty. So we're getting a new Jurassic Park movie before a Blade movie. Yep. With the actor. Mm-hmm. It's great. Mm-hmm. Sebastian Stan looks nothing like the trumpet. Well, yeah, it's before all the orange face paint. So,
yep.
You know. And it's all about performance. Performance is what's key. Off-topic announcement: my Godzilla -1 Collector's Edition Blu-ray set just shipped.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I feel targeted. I didn't mean to target you, and I wasn't targeting you specifically. But there's a lot of people who don't like watching movies that are over 2 hours long, which is, I don't get it. The human population will go ADD. Yep, 100%. FYI, I watched Terrifier 2, and it's over 2 hours long, and I pulled through. You know what? Yeah, and I'm proud of you. Which is, I feel like that is the one thing where, like, I feel like horror movies shouldn't be that long, just because, like, it, like, you know, I would get tired of, like, getting scared, like, throughout the entire thing. So if you can keep it to, like, a decent chunk, and if, like, that's your main genre, then that makes sense, you know. But anyhow, let's go ahead and move into the trailers that came out this week. And oh boy, do I have something to say. But Kevin, what stood out to you this week?
What stood out to me?
Let's say what stood out to you in a good way.
In a good way, I don't think I watched any like big trailers this week, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm excited for Smile 2. I just don't want to spoil myself on something.
Sure.
You showed me 2073, which looks very interesting. But you know what? I'm gonna say Screamboat. I know it's gonna be a hot mess, but goddamn, sometimes you need hot mess movies to I was gonna say pleasure your day. That's horrible. Please your day.
Yeah. So I think the things that stood out to me this week, 2073 looks really interesting. Can't wait to see what that's going to be like. Also, Memoir of a Snail is by the same director that did Mary and Max, which is a fantastic stop-motion animated film. And this one is stop-motion as well. But we need to talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the creeper in the room. A Minecraft movie put out its trailer today. And
give me a green screen. I think I can do a little bit better.
It literally looked like someone made it with like an augmented reality thing in some points. The green screen looks terrible. But I need to issue a formal apology to Borderlands.
Oh no.
A Minecraft movie looks like it will be the single worst piece of film media ever created.
Oh my gosh.
It's also by one of my least favorite directors of all time. The same director that did Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, okay.
And I hate both of those movies, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to hate this one. So I know I'm in the minority on. I know I'm in the minority on Napoleon Dynamite, but it's okay because I'm right.
No, the thing is, we knew coming into it. A lot of people know watching movies and everything. We knew it was going to be live action, but does it have to look
that bad?
Well, not this. I don't want to say bad because some people will be like, "Oh, it's an interesting look," but does it have to look like a school project?
Right?
Because the Minecraft llama like looks great. Everything Minecraft looks fantastic, but then they're just like, "Yeah, just plop them in here." And it's like, no, that's
I do not think that the
really
Minecraft creatures look good at all. They look like I'm going to put this on the screen, and you are going to tell me that this is not one of the most horrifying things you've ever seen. Where did it go? Why is this not saving? Like, my computer doesn't even want to save it because it's that bad. Let's see here. Literally, the Sports Illustrated article says the live-action Minecraft movie trailer will haunt my dreams forever. Is what the name of their
are you gonna show up the creeper picture with them just looking away from the creeper. That's
The
the funniest
creeper,
thing.
the creeper was the best looking part of it. I'm pulling up this
though,
bullshit.
that you can't pull up.
Look at this fucking thing. This looks horrible. Why does this exist?
He looks so cute.
No,
I thought
it
he looked
doesn't.
cute. I
It
thought
looks-
he looked cute.
It looks. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Thing is horrifying. Like it looks like what they did with the Detective Pikachu, where they made the Pokemon look somewhat realistic, but then like they still had the cartoony quality. These just look awful. And Jack Black looks like he's phoning it in. Why does like Jason Momoa look like they had some actress and then they put his face digitally onto her? Like the haircut is awful on him. Like what the hell is this movie thinking?
Disaster.
It's gonna make $1 billion too. Watch. It's
Yeah.
gonna make $1 billion because stupid ass fucking kids need to go see a movie for an hour and a half, and film as a medium is gonna die. God damn it! Fuck Jared Hess and fuck that movie.
Well, next up we have the box office figures.
Well, actually, we have comments first, so we should probably get to those.
Yeah, comments.
Still waiting on the part where Kevin solved world hunger.
Hey, I told you they were gonna bring it up. I'm not, because I eat a lot.
That's it. He eats
That's
too
it.
much. Minecraft has scarred my brain with that teaser trailer. Yes, 100%. Terrifier teaser trailer. Yes, we talked about that last week. Which it looks fine.
Good. I wish it was a Christmas movie.
Looks better than Minecraft. I could make a better Minecraft movie in my backyard. Yep.
Yeah.
Literally everyone on YouTube back in the day will get it better.
Get Captain Sparkles to do it.
It will probably make more money than Borderlands because of the name. 100%.
Yep.
It'll make $1 billion. I never got Napoleon Dynamite. Felt like it was incredibly niche. 100%. It's also just a bad movie. I'll say it will make $650 million respectfully, just because of the name. I feel like that's a pretty fair estimate. I think like 300 to 650 million is pretty accurate.
That's a good. Yeah.
But it's also like a universal game, like internationally and stuff too. So like it could do more, but we'll see.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yep. The Minecraft movie is this generation's emoji movie. Yep.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'm pretty sure the emoji movie will actually be better than this. SpongeBob reference. My eyes. Yep. Lumpy Stiltskin, first time on the channel. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day. That trailer gave me rabies. 100%. The trailer is dog shit. At least the Borderlands trailers were decent. Now, let's be fair. It could also be a bad trailer.
And you know what? That's
100% honest, fair, and complete, clear, right? The movie could be good, but the trailer is dog shit. Everyone keeps saying that right now. Every movie show and podcast I watch.
It could be like Transformers 1, where the trailer does look really bad, but the movie's good. But I feel like everybody's gonna say that that's in the movie.
Actually, the Transformers trailers were better than I think.
No, I know, but
well, I know we'll figure it out. Anyhow, like you were saying, back onto the box office from last weekend.
Box office, where you go see movies. All right. Number one, Deadpool versus Wolverine. Does this retain its spot, or did it get bumped up? It retained at 15.5 million. It will have some company coming up though, and it's about
the Minecraft movie.
No, that company is going to be in the dirt. Alien Romulus with 9.2 million, Twisters and Reagan. Yeah, I had it right first. Was 7.7 million both. And then It Ends With Us with 7.4 million. But we have a big one that's coming out next week or this week.
And I'll talk about that in a minute. We'll see. Speaking of, it's Beetlejuice. Don't say it a third time, because that means the movie might actually appear. After a family tragedy, 3 generations of the Dietz family return home to Winter River. Still haunted by Beetlejuice. Oh, there's the third time. Lydia's life is turned upside down when her teenage daughter, Astrid, accidentally opens a portal to the afterlife. Again, this is getting some decently positive first reviews. A lot of people saying that the practical effects in this movie are fantastic, and that any CGI is made to look like practical effects or stop motion, which is what the original did. So, interesting things there. So, if you're interested at all, it's going to be coming out. Up after that is The Front Room. This is a good weekend for horror and kind of gothy type people, as The Front Room is a new horror movie coming out. It tells the story of a newly pregnant couple who are forced to take in an ailing, estranged stepmother. This movie looks very creepy. So
I've never heard of that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's you'll have to check out the trailer if you want to find out more. Up after that is The Cowboy and the Queen. Renegade horse trainer Monty Roberts finds an unlikely ally in Queen Elizabeth II, who helps him overcome fierce skeptics to spread his non-violent message globally. This looks like to be a documentary about an unlikely friendship, which, I mean, hey, I'm not going to argue with those. Those are great every once in a while. And lastly, we have a movie called Continue coming out this weekend. A depressed girl attempts suicide, gets admitted to a mental institution, admitted to a mental institution involuntarily. She finds friends, love, and a new outlook on life, but learns that some choices are irreversible. She has the one life to live.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is written and directed by the person who stars in the movie, so who knows how that's going to go. But those are your movies coming out this weekend. Obviously, the big one is going to be Beetlejuice. I don't think The Front Room has really had anything past a trailer, so I don't know how well it's going to do.
Yeah,
but we'll find
didn't
out.
even know it was coming out. So
looks very creepy. So, but we got a comment here. It looks like, wait, what happened to The Crow? Did that movie just came out? Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't even on last week's top 10.
It opened 8th last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate because it's a better movie than Borderlands, and even Borderlands is in the top 5 at some point. So.
Yep.
But yeah, that movie, it made more money than Borderlands, though. I'm actually curious. How much more money did it make than Borderlands? I could never stop shitting on Borderlands, so let's see here. Wow. Borderlands was 27th this weekend. And The Crow was 13th. So total, Borderlands has made $31 million. The Crow, oof. The Crow has made $18 million.
Oh, gosh.
But it has been out for like half as long. So there is that as well.
True.
But also Borderlands had a bigger budget too. So I think Borderlands lost more money.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and switch it over. We are out of the scheduled written portion of the show. So let's go ahead and talk the movies that we watched last week. We'll get to the Wheel of Fate in just a moment. But this is actually kind of interesting, Kevin. We actually
don't even start with that. Yeah, you saw. You know what you did. You know what you did.
What you talking about? So we are actually tied, kind of, with the movies that we watched this week.
Kind of.
I watched a lot less than normal.
Either we're tied or not.
Well, we're close. What's that horn?
It's a car outside that is not moving for some reason.
Your car is here, by the way, Kevin. I
guess I'm leaving. I'll see you later.
Man, Lionsgate is bleeding money right now. 100%. Lionsgate is. I honestly, I think Lionsgate we could see Shudder as a theater, as a studio in the next year or two potentially, if they keep fucking up this bad.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and Kevin, you have 2 movies you watched outside the wheel spins this week. I have 3, so I'll start and we'll just go back and forth. How's that?
Sounds good.
Alrighty. So the first movie that I watched this week was Godzilla Raids Again. This is the second Godzilla film that came out after the original, and I gave this one a 40 out of 100. This is a major step down from the original. It doesn't have any of the thematic weight of Godzilla 1954. The characters are still not that good. But instead of like a meaningful story, it chose to throw in more monster fights, which is not a bad thing. The monster fights in this movie are, I mean, they look like 2 cosplayers fighting, but you know, it's fine. It's the first time we get to see that. And so I think from a historical point of view, it's really cool for the franchise, right? First monster fight for Godzilla. Really cool. But again, no interesting characters, no story that's really interesting. It's really weird to watch this in the same year as Godzilla X Kong, where it's like that one does the monster fights and everything so much better, but retains a lot of the same issues, which is really fascinating. It's not an awful movie by any means, but it's certainly a disappointment compared to the original. And I think like I'm going to be going through and watching all the Godzilla movies because they're all on Criterion and HBO Max, and I just think that there is a charm to them even when they're bad, except for that one thing that I will keep showing, but it's okay. But your first movie, Kevin, was from this year.
Yeah, it is, and it's The Watchers, which I am super surprised about how much I enjoyed this movie. First of all, great directorial debut for M. Night's daughter, which
not the daughter that was singing in Trap. Different daughter.
I thought it was the same one, so thank you for pointing that out. I did not know that. But yeah, this was a fantastic movie. I felt very eerie vibed, and it has a good story, I would say. But the characters are okay as well. But damn, those creatures look so cool, and I love how you don't get to see them sometimes. It's just I wouldn't say you don't get to see them in the light a lot of the time, so it's always dark when you get to see them, and it's just a silhouette or something, and I absolutely love that. Very surprised on how much I did like it, so I give it a 90 out of 100.
All right. Going from one movie that you liked to a movie that I really liked, I watched Captain Phillips for the first time from 2013. And this is one of the best thrillers I've seen in quite a while. And it's a success for several reasons, but the cast is a really big one here. Tom Hanks is incredible in this movie. Probably his single best performance ever, I would say. He brings so many different qualities and traits to the character. He's flawed. He's imperfect. He's resoundingly human. And but he is like a good person, which is really nice. And it's obvious from the beginning he's not perfect because none of us are. And the last 15 minutes of this movie is flawless from him. Like peak. Should have gotten the Oscar, but he didn't even get nominated. The also incredible here is Barkhad Abdi, who plays the Somali pirate. Obviously the one, look at me, I am the captain now. That's him. This is his first film, and he is so powerfully effective here. Not only does he play a villain, but he feels like he plays a very human character. Like we understand why he's doing what he's doing, and I wasn't expecting the movie to do that from a story point and a character point. I am a big advocate that movies are better when they make you feel something, and Captain Phillips not only makes you feel things emotionally at the end, but it makes you feel the thrills throughout. No matter if you know what happens or not historically. You feel the thrills of this movie. It is a white knuckler. My only criticism is that the first act is a little too long. Could have been trimmed down just a little bit to make sure that because the last two acts are so good. You could have just trimmed a couple minutes down, gotten to the action a lot sooner. But other than that, it is a gem of a thriller, and really, really enjoyed it.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Next one up for me is The Fall Guy, another 2024 movie. And I am very surprised again that I enjoyed this movie. I heard mixed reviews about it a lot, coming from the YouTubers that Nutty and I watch and from Letterboxd. But coming into this movie, I kind of wanted to give myself like a blank mind, and oh my gosh, this movie is just so much fun. It's a lot of action. It's a movie about making a movie, which is awesome. And it's the stunt guys in the movie that make it all possible, which is they should always get credit no matter what, because they get hit the hardest, they take the hardest falls and everything like that. But it doesn't I like how it doesn't stick that in you. What am I trying to say? It doesn't never mind.
Stick what in you? Damn. All right.
No, it doesn't force it on you. You need these people or anything. It's just these are guys that make it happen, blah blah blah, and then keep going on with the story. But I just love the chemistry between Ryan and Emily Blunt too. They just looked like they were having fun on that movie, and I didn't think it would start the way that it started, and I'm actually kind of glad it did. So I gave it an 87 out of 100.
Sure. And the last movie that I watched outside of the wheel spins is Need for Speed from 2014, and this movie sucks. After seeing the dismal Borderlands film adaptation, dismal is one word for it, I wanted to go back and watch some other video game adaptations that I hadn't seen, and I don't know why I started with this one. It's not just bad; it's trying so desperately hard to be good. It tries to take everything that Fast and the Furious did storytelling wise that landed with so many people and make it into something that's not even different. It's literally just the same with characters that you don't give a shit about. And I don't give a shit about any of the characters in the Fast and Furious films, but like I give less of a shit about them here. A villain that's just not interesting at all, like literally should just be going to prison. Like there's no reason why he got off free. And like it is bankrupt of a good story. It doesn't have any soul. The film, the only decent part of it is Aaron Paul. He's fine in this movie. He's fine. That's the best thing I can say about it. Also, what's not cheap about this movie is the cars. They really did not cheap out on the cars in this movie.
Nope.
They do use fantastic cars. Koenigsegg's, Bugattis, Lamborghinis. Like, they use them, and they're great. I'm also really excited that they did not decide to put the Mustang up against those cars, because it would lose. Because the Mustang of the three sports cars is the worst. Don't use it. But there also is, I will say, the race that's between the three Agueras in the movie that leads to a story plot point is actually pretty good, even though it's literally stolen from Grand Theft Auto 5. That race is taken directly from that game. It's not a great movie. I'm kind of upset I watched it, but aside from some cool cars and Aaron Paul, it's just pretty painfully bad. So yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Let's go ahead and dive into those wheel spins. And Kevin, you got your short first.
Yeah, short. The Poet and the Peasant. First of all, it was very hard to find. I had to text Garrett to send me the link to find it, because maybe I'm just not internet archived ready yet, but I could not find it on that website at all. But it just didn't do it for me. Like, the music was great, the animation was fantastic for an early animated short, but there was no story to it. It was just a person playing like an orchestra, and I didn't get the in-betweens, and there was just nothing that grabbed me like some of the other shorts that I have watched. So I gave it a 55 out of 100.
Gotcha. The short that I watched this week was A Message to Gracias. This is a Speedy Gonzalez short. This is the first one that I reviewed, actually. There's a part of this where the entire thing is that Speedy is delivering a message from one mouse to another, and it's just a happy birthday card. And that mouse then shows up to the general's place, and they're like, "It's a surprise, happy birthday!" And then Speedy Gonzalez is like, "Yeah, fuck these people," and then like frees Sylvester the cat so he can kill them. And that's such a fucking dark story, and I love it. Also, it's well animated. It has funny moments, but it's not the best short I've ever seen. It is weird to watch a bunch of men in the 60s try and do accents like that. It's a little odd, but part of its charm. But it's also not the prettiest short in the world, but it's fine. I was never really a big Speedy Gonzalez fan, so
okay.
Alrighty, starting off with our movies that we watched this week. We each got 3.
Yes.
So
yeah, Old School. I forgot I watched this movie this week because I watched it right after the stream. That's why. But this movie is 2000s comedy that we probably thought was hilarious, and now looking back at it, it is absolutely atrocious. It's not funny. I will say Will Ferrell is great as a co-actor in here, because he gives that comedic relief. He is not the main actor in this movie. He's stepped to the side a little bit, but he makes it so much better because he's not always in your face about it. So I did give some points on there for that. But it's just a big frat party who have people that aren't included, and it's just a mess for a 2000s movie. So I gave it a 43 out of 100.
Alrighty. I'm going to be going in order from kind of worst to best for what I watched this week, kind of incidentally. First one I saw was Now You See Me, and I hated this movie. I know the score doesn't look like it, but I hated it. I really feel like this movie feels like a magician. It is taking advantage of a gullible audience that is probably not the smartest. It is just painfully bad. The way that this movie is, its story, it's confusing. It just has things happen for the sake of trying to be a twist or a surprise, and it is not interesting. You do not give a shit about a single character in this movie. Instead, we follow two agents, and we just see these magic tricks happen. It'd be far more interesting if we were following the magicians the whole time and seeing how these things were going to work. But I get why they don't do that. There's stupid things that happen between the two agents. I'm not going to go in there for spoilers. The entire plot of the film is nonsensical. It just does not make any sense. It's just like twist, 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 twist. Oh, we're a legendary group of magicians. The performances are the only thing here that are fine. Isla Fisher, Dave Franco, Melanie Laurent, and Morgan Freeman are the standouts here. Everyone else just doesn't feel like they want to be there. The entire movie just feels super insincere. I did not enjoy it at all. And none of the magic tricks are realistic either. It's just stupid. It's a cringe fest. So
okay.
Yep.
My next one up is The Fly, and I'm actually going in ascending order as well, which is interesting. This is the 1958 The Fly. Really good 1950s movie. Practical effects are very awesome. It is very funny. The teleporter that he has in his basement, the piping to it to like go to the other thing is just a neon light, so they just flick on and off the neon light to make it look like it's moving to the other transporter, which is pretty funny. I thought that was hilarious. But movie magic back in the day, that's what I thought of it as. There are some creepy things that happen towards the end. I don't want to spoil it, even though it's a 50-year-old movie. It's still a really good movie that you should watch. So I give it a 76 out of 100. The actors were good, but you were there for the practical effects on how he gets to be the Fly, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Second one up for me was The Crow, the original one from 1994. It's time to watch the original after seeing the 2024 version, and I gotta say, this is a goth kid's fever dream, which means that I would have loved it when I was in high school. It has great style and some fantastic needle drops in it. This is an aspect where you're actually using popular music in a good way. While its world and story aren't the most interesting, the characters and the style are what's the more interesting part. Brandon Lee is great here. It's unfortunate that we lost him during the filming of this, because he could have been a great action star moving forward. Also great here are Rochelle Davis, who plays a not annoying child character in this movie, and Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters is in this film as a police officer. They both add this kind of human and emotional element to the film that, you know, Eric, the main character, is lacking, and then kind of picks up as the movie goes on, which is really nice. In terms of the stuff that doesn't really work here, the villain didn't do anything for me. He's just there. At least the remake had him be like some supernatural threat. Here, it's just a man, and it's just really boring. He looks like James Franco in goth makeup. It's really funny, and his voice is weird. Also, like, the thing that didn't work for me is the world. Like, why is it so dark? And why is it so, like, why is every Halloween half the city's burning? Why? They don't explain it. It's just there for style purposes. It's a total style over substance thing with this movie, and it doesn't always land, but the film is stylish enough where I do kind of put aside some of those concerns. But it's a decent movie. I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. There's like a handful of kind of people that I would recommend it to, but you know, if you're into goth stuff, brooding characters, and grungy darkness, go for it. This is
the movie.
Yep.
My last one up is The Fly, because I got both of them. And this is the 1986 Fly, and with Jeff Goldblum, and he is fantastic in this movie. He is so creepy and so I don't want to make a pun, but he becomes the Fly pretty much. But he's just so disturbing in this movie. He does a great job of it. The practical effects are even better in this one. The makeup artists are fantastic in this as well because of Jeff Goldblum's transitioning, and the story is a little bit. I like this one a little bit better. Him not trying to tell everybody, but finds a person that he thinks he can trust, but then can't. Blah blah blah. But the teleporters in this one look a lot cooler than the ones in the 50s. But again, that's a 30-year jump, so that's okay. But still, really good horror movie that is from the 80s. I gave it a 90 out of 100.
And last up for me is The Green Mile from 1999. I have seen this movie before in bits and pieces, but I've never seen the whole thing all the way through. And this is the first time watching it all the way through, and I think that it is great now as an adult. This movie is super emotional. I don't think I've teared up this much in quite a while. Biggest issue though, it is too long. And I think that that's not an issue of it's almost 3 hours. That's not the issue. The fact is that it just feels slow. It's paced very poorly in some areas, and it could have been trimmed down a little bit to make it flow better. Length not the issue, it's the flow, right?
Yeah.
But the best thing here is the cast. Tom Hanks is fantastic here as well. This is a Tom Hanks week for Garrett. Sam Rockwell is enjoyably maniacal, and David Morse is also a really great addition in the cast here. However, the true standout is Michael Clark Duncan as the very large John Coffey. He is absolutely and thoroughly perfect in this movie. His performance is incredible. The fact that he didn't win the Oscar, pretty disappointing. Kind of like Captain Phillips, but he does brings this level of optimism and joy to the movie, even though it's such this dark place and dark things going on. Truly one of the best performances I've ever seen. Would highly recommend it. It is a very deeply emotional movie. I don't think I've, again, like I said, haven't teared up that much in a while. It is a fable. This is not supposed to be a realistic movie. This is supposed to be kind of like a fantasy.
Okay.
Has some supernatural elements in its kind of meaningful, relatable story that we're all supposed to kind of get a message from. There is a really interesting kind of sub stories you could read into with this. There's definitely an idea that there is a black man suffering for the sins of the white men that are keeping him incarcerated. There is also the fact that, this main character is innocent, routinely persecuted, suffers for others, but his initials happen to be JC, similar to a particular religious figure. There's a little bit of obvious symbolism there, but it does work, I think, for what the film tries to do. It's well shot and directed, but it just could use a little bit of trimming. Truly the only major critique that I have.
Nice.
So that's
awesome.
It for the wheel spins this week. We do have a bunch of comments here, so let's go ahead and get into this here. Godzilla Raids, again, is still one I haven't seen yet from the franchise. It is on HBO Max and Criterion Channel, if you want to go check it out. Manila is a beautiful creature that should be protected at all costs. I will risk everything to make sure him and his species survive.
Well, they're dead.
That is... Sure. What? Everyone has different opinions.
It looks like a dried up raisin with hands.
It's a horrifying creature, and it's my Xbox gamer pick right now.
Yep.
Didn't Captain Phillips get ridiculed for glossing over how bad the actual person screwed it up in real life? I don't know. I don't know the historical kind of accuracy of the film. What I do know is that the movie itself, as a film, is very good. So I finally didn't cause an issue trying to find something this time. I wasn't the problem child this time. Well, it's not the fact that Kevin wasn't able to find it. It's just that archive.org does not make it easy to find some of these.
Yeah.
In collections.
Exactly.
Yeah. I really like the dark humor with Manuel and El Supremo in the beginning. Yeah, there's some really dark humor that happens. It's pretty great. Maybe it explains the dark environment better in the original story. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I've heard nothing but good things about the original Crow comic. Alrighty. Well, that is going to bring us to everyone's favorite part. It is time. Kevin, what are we going to do?
The wheel of movies.
There you go. We got the movie wheel here. We had our good friend Twan submit some other movies. Most of them
Nice.
are Kevin specific, which is fun.
Oh, okay.
Because I have not seen them. The Fly, 1986. Garrett, that is already on here. Well, it's your pick. We'll give you the credit for it.
Mhm.
And then also the 50s one is on here as well. But Terrifier 2. Have you seen Terrifier 2, Kevin?
Let me check. I don't know if I have or have not. So.
Because I've only seen the first one, so I heard the second one gets really nuts.
That's what Nadia says too.
So, but if anyone else has any suggestions that you'd like to throw onto the list, go ahead and do so now.
I have not, but I will be glad to watch it if I get it.
There you go. Who knows? You could get it today.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else have any suggestions?
Comments?
Nadia putting in quite a lot, which I really like.
Mm-hmm.
Red Hot Riding Hood. Ooh.
What the heck is that? Is that a short?
Short, I'm guessing.
Okay.
That is going to be a short. Matt, I know that movie. Very excited to potentially check it out again.
What is it?
Little Rural Red Hood.
I've heard of that movie too.
All right. The Band Concert. Timber.
Pitbull.
TikTok Tucker. Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Short is Ant Pasted.
You put an @ sign. There he is.
Okay. And then the other one is Hobo with a Shotgun. Alrighty. Any other movies? Nadia, I know you've got a lot of awesome horror movies in the back pocket. I'd love to see some of those get on here. Possession from Matt Walls. Interesting one. Do we have that coming up on Movie Club?
I don't think so.
No, we do not. I just realized we had a movie on there twice.
Which one?
The movie we're covering this week.
Oh.
Which is fine. Possession. We'll put that on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other movie suggestions? We'll give it another minute so we can start spinning. Anything? What are you hoping for this week, Kevin? And we're only going to do 2 this week. Should be said.
Yeah. What am I hoping for? I don't know. Maybe like a classic.
Ooh.
I mean, I know we've been doing that with our movie club, but sometimes some people have other classics that they think are classics that aren't on the top 250.
Sure. Nice says, well, I only like to do 2 or 3 at a time, and you got my other requests. Well, it's all
That's
good.
Okay.
But as long as you got more for next week, that's what's important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like you always pick movies that are like not kind of majority of people pick, which is really nice because it kind of fills in the wheel with like stuff, especially stuff that I haven't seen before. Because I'm like newer to the horror genre as far as like films that I've seen, so I'm always like super excited for the ones you put on here.
Older horror genres.
Yeah, older
like
and
80s. 80s. Like she's really into the 80s ones and stuff. So
I think 25% of the movies I recommended get turned into discussion videos. Well, yeah, we also have our schedule for movie club that's like set way ahead of time. So, Blooper Bunny, 1997. Is that a short?
I'm gonna guess yes.
I guess that's a short. Alrighty. Shuffling it up. That's going to be our last one here. Yes, this is short. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Alrighty. You went first last week, so I will go first this week.
Cool.
Shuffle, and spin. Love how we can't even see it. Isn't that fantastic?
It's just colors.
Alrighty. And my first movie this week is Birdemic!
Yeah! I think that was Nadia's.
It was either Nadia's or Eddie's. I can't remember who put it on.
No, I think it was Nadia's.
Oh, okay. Birdemic Shock and Terror. Yeah, I've seen it before, but I am very excited to watch it again.
Passion.
Alrighty. Kevin's first one.
Yep.
Whatever will it be?
I have no idea.
Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Uncut.
So you're getting another animated Batman movie after watching Mask of the Phantasm.
No, I didn't watch Mask.
Oh, you watched the Mr. Freeze one.
Mr. Freeze, yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Alrighty. Shuffling it up. My second movie is... Maybe I'll make Birdemic into a movie night with my roommates. That'd be fun. Alrighty.
The Fly.
I can't see what it says. Nowhere?
Nowhere. You almost got The Fly.
Maybe I'll just watch it. I don't know.
It's so good.
Nowhere. I actually don't know which one this. Oh, is this from?
I think this is from Matt. This feel like it's from Matt. If you can't find it right away, it's from Matt.
Well, there's a couple of nowheres, so I'm just trying to figure out which one it is.
We love you, Matt. I'm just joking around.
Well, the movies exist. I'm just trying to figure out. So it wasn't one. Matt, was this one of yours? Because there's a couple of different ones, and I don't want to get the wrong one.
Oh, he didn't recommend that one.
Didn't recommend that one. All right. Well, I'm guessing it's going to be Nowhere in 1997. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to put that on my list. Nowhere 1997. All righty. And let's go ahead and do Kevin's one here.
Yep. This is my second one.
This is your second one.
Okay. Yeah, see, like Intruder is a really good 80s horror movie that Nadia loves.
The Lincoln Lawyer. This is from our good friend Twan. This does star Matthew McConaughey. So.
All right.
There you go. You get to sit there and say that the whole time.
Alrighty,
let's go ahead and do a shorts. Let's see what we get for each of us this week. Oh, it was almost going to land on one. Red Hot Riding Hood.
Faculty was good for you too. Sorry.
Let's go ahead and where is Red Hot Riding Hood? That's, if I remember correctly, that is a short that I have seen before, but I have not reviewed. So, all right, and last one, trying to get a short for Kevin. Should we count this, and should I pick a short film for you to watch?
Yeah, go for it. I'm down.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna have you watch.
I was gonna say I think I did that for you last time.
Yeah, you did. So I'm gonna have you watch Double King.
Double King. Okay.
Which is on YouTube.
Okay.
And actually, if you want, we can watch it right after this because it's pretty sweet. Alrighty. Awesome. So that is it for the Wheel Spin this week. Kevin will be watching Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker Uncut, and The Lincoln Lawyer. And also the short Double King, as picked by me. And then for myself, I'll be watching Birdemic, Shock and Terror, which is going to be a fun one to talk about. Nowhere from 1997, and Red Hot Riding Hood is the short I'll be watching.
Nice.
And that's going to be it for this week. So getting in here, got some reactions. Fox Pixar, glad to see you again. Why did that Minecraft film look terrible? We already talked about it, and I have no idea why it's that bad. It looks awful. Don't go watch it.
Or go watch it.
Or go watch it if it appeals to you. Go for it. But it sounds like you already think it looks terrible, so don't go and I didn't recommend that one. Yeah, okay, we saw that already. I think The Faculty was mine. That was a while ago. It was either you or Nadia.
Yeah, it was one of the.
Quite remember.
One of them. I mean, if it was you,
so many things on there.
If it was you, then we found one that we could actually find on the internet. So I don't know if it was you then.
It's true.
Twas mine.
Twas mine.
Twas mine.
Yes. That Netflix movie that got removed, Hush, is coming out on 4K. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
That was I forgot who directed Hush. It's gonna kill me. They directed Mike Flanagan, yeah. The director of, or the guy who did Haunting in Hill House and Bly Manor and all those. That was a film of his. With Katie Siegel, I think her name is. I like her as an actress. Alrighty. Well, that's going to be it for everything this week. So we've got our assignments. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you. Of course, we shall see you sometime soon. We have our movie club episodes that go live every Friday. This week, we're covering a very special one. We are covering the
Paris.
I mean, you're kind of right. We're covering the classic film Casablanca. Coming up on Friday, one of my favorite films of all time. So very excited to talk about that. And of course, those go live every Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time when I remember to upload them. And this show goes live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We love having you here. We love engaging with you all in the chat. Yep. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining with us and continuing to join us.
Yep.
But other than that, that's about it. So until next time, we'll see you next time here, and keep those eyes on the screen. Bye, everyone.